There are, of course, he thinks, the other features of the moon's surface too, such as its mountains and valleys, its craters, marshes and bays. As a boy, he knew the names of so many of these different topographical lunar elements, and in fact kept a notebook in which he jotted them down each time he learned a new one. The Bay of Rainbows, the Marsh of Sleep, the Land of Sterility, the Lake of Death. Licking dirt-dry lips, he repeats them to himself now, in a coarse whisper. There were the names of the constellations, too, all but the most obvious of which are now forgotten, for time has passed and his memory has become preoccupied with other things, like the names of girls and songs, and snatched recollections of people and places and parties. New memories have replaced old ones, memories of long warm days of endless potential, and the occasional dire night, folded shivering and slowly sobering in a police cell. His mind is cluttered with recollections of rhapsodic birdsong, and paintings he has done and rivers he has swum. It is a photograph album containing fading pictures of roadsides he has parked up by and made a home from, and woodlands he has wandered and also made a home from. There are images of bonfires and bottles of homebrew in there, people and places, friends and faces, long nights filled with laughter and fleeting scenes of what at the time felt like a form of madness, and surely was. As a younger man, before he knew himself better, he went through a phase of walking around the village in a cape with the image of a large eyeball stitched upon it. Several of his haircuts were legendary. These are the thoughts that replaced the names he carefully wrote down and which are consigned to an old notebook long since lost. He remembers the bad things too. Fistfights and heartbreak, broken bottles, swinging truncheons, and a litany of injustices. He remembers all that. As a boy, his daydreaming mind was a nest of twinkling trinkets, and though recent memories continue to replace old ones, each day bringing a new delivery of things to be processed, the strongest and most significant endure. His name is Redbone. Sensing a distance growing behind him, the other man, whose name is Calvert, stops and turns back to face his friend, who, he sees, not for the first time, is standing waist-deep in the young crop, gazing at the cloudless firmament. He allows him half a minute and then gives a short, sharp whistle, so accurately delivered that it is as perfect a part of the settling night soundtrack as an owl hoot or the curdling screech of distant mating foxes. It is practiced, a sound that belongs. It fits flush into the jigsaw puzzle of their endeavour. Calvert is wearing sunglasses. The lenses are as dark as burned-out stars drifting through infinite time and space, vortices of nothingness. A brief flash of white light. The same flash that preceded an explosion that was so sudden and so loud he still hears it now, years later, in the wind and sirens and the slamming of car doors and ice cream van music, even in the laughter of carefree children running down the street on uncertain legs, has left him with ocular sensitivity. The sunglasses never leave his face, even at night. They hide the truth of a person, and he likes that too. Redbone often thinks that were his friend to remove his sunglasses, there would be another pair of sunglasses underneath, and then beneath those, a third pair, with some eyes painted onto them. Beneath that, who knows? Were he asked, Calvert might reply that he sees and feels life as a slug, a seagull, or a sheep might. It is simply something that is happening now. Existence is simply there, like a light bulb or a downpour, until it isn't. Experience occurs until it doesn't, and the dark tint of his reality is precisely that. His. There are reasons he feels this way. Very specific reasons. Moonstruck and drifting through memory, at the sound of the whistle, Redbone comes back into being, with a turning of an unwashed head, and he sees Calvert and then continues to walk slowly towards him. He moves.